AVC Sports and FM 97.7 present high school basketball on WILE, Byesville, Cambridge. Now let's go courtside for the pregame show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the fish tank here on the campus of John Glenn High School. This is your play-by-play man tonight, Mike Palaziak, and I'm along with my sidekick this evening, good friend Dr. Richard Hall. And we're here, and we're going to provide the action for you for tonight's high school boys basketball game between the visiting Raiders of Morgan High School and the home team tonight, the John Glenn Little Muskies.
Yeah, should be an interesting game in terms of Morgan got off to a pretty slow start. Opened the season 0-3, but have won their last two, playing much better. John Glenn coming in with a 4-1 record. They only lost up at Coshocton the other night, so John Glenn's playing real well to start the season.
Yeah, Morgan, like you said, Morgan comes in here on a little bit of a roll. They've had a couple nice wins back-to-back. They beat Philo the other night 58-57 in overtime. And then a big win just 2 nights ago, Wednesday, down in a very unlikely place down in Beverly, where it's not easy to win games down there. They beat Fort Fry 45-43, so maybe starting to develop some momentum. And like you said, they've got a first-year coach and Joe Marcinko, and maybe the kids are starting to pick up on what he's wanting to get done. But they're going to be tested tonight here against the Little Muskies.
Yeah, they really are. Coach comes in, wants to change the culture a little bit, and obviously, off to 3 losses in a row, but then have rebounded to win those last 2. The one thing I think about when look at the way John Glenn plays, they're going to work real hard, a lot of pressure, get up and down, create chaos. And one thing I thought about today, Plaz, and getting ready for this game, is this is the 3rd game for Morgan this week. So you just wonder, it's early in the year, yes, but 3 games a week is hard on anybody.
And 2 of those have been on the road. And you were an educator, I was an educator, and we've all been through. Today was the last day of school for these kids, before Christmas break. And you never know what you're going to get on that last day of school because everybody's so excited to be done. So it'll be interesting here tonight at the fish tank.
Absolutely. Everything was, out of routine today. Nothing was normal. So it'll be interesting how that carries over to the game.
And you mentioned John Glenn. I tell you what, they're on a little bit of a roll, and they're playing with some younger kids, a lot of juniors on the team this year. They come in here with a record of 4-1, 3-1 in the MVL, and their only loss was a 2-point loss at Coshocton a couple weeks ago. And they really have a real good win on their resume so far this year. They beat earlier Maysville by a score 71-63. So the Raiders tonight will have their hands full with the Little Muskies.
Yeah, they will, and they're going to have to handle the pressure because John Glenn, if one word I would say to describe the Little Muskies is chaos. They want chaos. They want to pressure you. They're going to push the ball at you. They will tolerate turnovers just to play fast.
And that's not the way it was back when you and I were coaching years ago, is it? Because everything was patient. You're going to slow things down. You're going to run an offense, walk the ball down the court. Boy, those days are long gone, Richard. And the one thing, though, that may be a little bit of a disadvantage for John Glenn, they are a little bit undersized tonight. I noticed Morgan comes in here. They've got 3 starters listed at 6'4", and the other one's at 6'1" and 6 foot. And the Little Muskies, of course, they rely on their quickness.
They do.
Not real big, but boy, they've got some shooters.
They sure
do.
They
can get out and go with it.
They sure do. Sorry to interrupt you there, but Steele Bates, I'll tell you, coming in, averaging 18 a game. C.J. Jolin can shoot it in. I think the interesting thing about John Glenn is when I watched the Coshocton game the other day, they took 1 shot, a 15 to 17 footer that we used to live on when we coached. Now it's either to the basket for a layup or a 3-pointer. There is no mid-range jumper anymore in terms of the John Glenn Little Muskies offensively.
You know what, and it's amazing. I think that starts at the NBA level, Richard, and works its all the way back down because you don't watch any basketball anymore at any level where you're seeing mid-range jumpers taken. It's either, like you said, it's a layup or it's a 3. But that's the way of the world right now, And if you want to exist, and the kids want to play that way. Actually, when you think about it, it's more exciting for the kids. They're having more fun playing it that way.
They sure do, and I'll tell you, from an entertainment standpoint for a fan, that's fun to watch that. but from a coach who's pretty ingrained into what they used to do, it's really painstaking at times to watch somebody throw the ball out of bounds. But times have changed.
And just throw this name out to a lot of our fans. You know, Richard was associated with the well-known and legendary Terry Leggett, and there was nobody was more disciplined with his style, the way they play man-to-man defense. It was very patient offensively than what Coach Leggett was. So, yeah, it's a whole new world. It would have been interesting to see how he would have coached against this kind of pace and stuff that everybody seems to be playing.
Yeah, it would be interesting. I think he would make some adjustments, but to go crazy and throw it out of bounds, I don't know if he'd ever get to that point. He would have made adjustments. He did that with the 87 team that was really small and got to the state tournament, had to shoot the ball more three-pointers, a little farther away from the basket and track down the rebounds. But to make that a way of living year after year, that would have been a huge adjustment for some of those guys.
Okay, with that, we're going to send it back to the station here for a couple minutes, pay some bills, and when we come back, we'll give you the starting lineups for the two teams this evening.
Looking for reliable insurance that fits your life? Look no further than Allen Hunter State Farm in Cambridge, Ohio. From auto to home to life insurance, we offer a range of options tailored to your needs. With our friendly, knowledgeable team, you'll get the protection and peace of mind you deserve. We're dedicated to being there for you, just like a good neighbor should. Call Allen Hunter State Farm today and discover how we can help you safeguard your future. Call 740-439-5385. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Today is the day you make changes, the day you have looked forward to, the day you take a step to see the you before addiction. And it all starts right here at The Residence, an in-bed facility that designs your recovery to your needs, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm Crystal Reynolds for Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. Our approach is personal, and it is as individual as your needs. We are here for you. Call 855-692-7247.
Introducing the 2021 Ford F-150 Super Cab XL 4x4, now available at Doane Ford. With very low miles, this truck is ready to tackle any job with its 2.7-liter V6 EcoBoost engine and tow technology package. Enjoy a stylish look with the chrome appearance package and stay safe on the road with Ford Copilot 360 2.0 and auto high beam headlamps. Price to sell, it's an unbeatable deal. Don't miss out. Call Doane Ford 740-782-1965 or visit DoaneFord.com today.
At People's Bank, we're more than just a bank. As a community bank, we are committed to where we work and live, giving back to the organizations you care about through sponsorships, donations, and volunteer hours. When you bank with People's, you're not just a client, you're part of a community of neighbors helping neighbors. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC. Visit us at pebo.com.
Welcome back to John Glenn High School again for this evening's boys varsity basketball game between your homestanding Little Muskies and the visiting Raiders from Morgan. With that, the starting lineup for the Morgan Raiders, who come in here with a record of 2-3, 1-2 in the MVL under first-year head coach Joe Marcinko. They will go tonight with number 13, Cole McGill, a 6'4 junior coming in, averaging 9.6 points per game. Briley Shannon, a 6-foot senior, averaging 5.5 points a game. Another big man inside, Luke Coleman, 6'4 junior, averaging 8 points a game. Number 2, a very good athlete, Tavian Myers, 6'4 senior, averaging 8.4 points a game. And a sophomore, 6-foot Carson Huck, who comes in averaging 5.2 points a game. Richard, the thing I noticed about that lineup, very well balanced. I mean, nobody stands out as far as, being a main scorer. Pretty well balanced team.
They really are. Traven Myers led them last year in scoring, one of the top scorers in the MVL, where he's changed his role a little bit this year, but that's helped them win the last 2 games.
Yes, for sure.
And for the John Glenn Little Muskies, hitting the floor tonight is the normal starting 5, 6'1 junior Cooper Briggs, number 2 C.J. Dolan, guard, and 15 Will Nicolakis, a 5'9 senior, Braden Davis, a 6'3 junior, and 33, average 18 points a game, 6-foot junior Steele Bates.
So with that, we'll step aside here for a couple minutes while they play the national anthem here at John Glenn.
Doan Ford is proud to introduce the ultimate adventure companion, the Bronco 4-door advanced 4x4 Badlands. With a powerful 2.3-liter EcoBoost engine and 7-speed manual transmission, conquer any terrain with confidence. Featuring a soft-top 4-inch lift and massive 35-inch tires. Adventure knows no bounds. Stay connected and in control with an 8-inch digital screen while enjoying added convenience with power-heated mirrors and auto high-beam headlamps. Plus equipped with a Smitty-built winch. Be prepared for any challenge. Don't miss out on this incredible deal. DoanFord.com. Stoney's RV Center is the place that makes buying a new RV easy. Ask about their on-site financing with very affordable payments, and they make on-site camper service calls to the area campgrounds. Stoney's RV also carries cargo trailers, car haulers, horse and stock trailers, and open utility trailers. They install hitch systems and fill propane tanks too. Stoney's RV Center, the place that takes camping to the next level, and a proud sponsor of our area high school sports teams.
Looking for trusted dental care for the whole family? Dr. Darcy Wakefield and the team at Wakefield Dental have you covered. From pediatric to general and orthodontic care, they offer a full range of services. At Wakefield Dental, they focus on individualized treatment plans that not only create beautiful smiles, but build lasting confidence. Schedule your consultation today. Call 740-435-3100 or go to drwakefieldDDS.com.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Once again, back here at John Glenn High School, and we're just about ready for the opening tip of tonight's high school boys basketball game between the visiting Raiders of Morgan High School and the homestanding Little Muskies of John Glenn. And the one to stand out for John Glenn is Steele Bates. Must be off to a really good start. Just a little less than 19 a game. And one of 4 juniors that starts for John Glenn. Opening tip controlled by the Raiders of Morgan. Carson Huckett starting at the point. Ball goes down on the right wing. That's number 13. That's Cole McGill. Shot up and good. The Raiders with an early 2-0 lead. A little pressure in the backcourt by the Raiders. And a turnover by John Glenn. That's Carson Huck up with a loose ball. 24, Luke Coleman with the ball on the right wing, back out on top. They reset the offense with Carson Huck. Motion offense. Nice back cut that time by 24. That's Luke Coleman. Shot up and no good. Rebound by Steele Bates. Nice move inside. Able to get the shot off, but it won't roll in for him. Rebound taken away by Tavian Myers. Kick out to Luke Coleman. Down against the pressure, John Glenn, well handled by the Raiders early on. Left-handed shot there taken at the top of key by Luke Coleman, no good. Long outlet pass by C.J. Dolan to Braden Davis. He goes down, gets it to go. 2-2 here in the early going. 6:30 to go in the first quarter. Morgan with very little problem handling the pressure of John Glenn so far. Nice shot taken down the corner. That goes for number 13. That's Cole McGill. He has all 5 early points for Morgan, and they lead 5-2. C.J. Dolan with the pass over in the left wing or left corner. That was Cooper Briggs taking a 3. Ball in and out. Rebound there by Luke Coleman. Outlet pass to Cole McGill. Down inside, a little turnaround jumper by McGill. No good. Fought for the rebound inside. That's Luke Coleman with the rebound basket for Morgan. And they increased their lead early on, 7-3. Early turnover there by John Glenn. They turn the ball right back over. That's C.J. Dolan coming up with the ball on the right wing. Cooper Briggs with it. Steele Bates now settling the offensive down. Briggs takes one way outside the arc. No good from 3. Rebound by C.J. Dolan. Basket up and good for the junior. A lot of action here early on, which is kind of what we expected.
So far, Morgan's done a nice job handling that pressure.
Boy, I tell you what, there's a tough shot that time by Carson Huck, the 6-foot sophomore. I tell you what, one-hand shot off glass from the left corner, and Morgan now leads 9-4. Shot going to the basket by C.J. Dolan, up and good. His first 2 of the game. Little 2-1-2 pressure by John Glenn in the backcourt. Ball knocked away there by Cooper Briggs. I'm sorry, that was Will Nikolazakis. But the possession will stay with the Raiders. Mike Seahon, the official over there, will hand the ball to Luke Coleman. Good pressure by C.J. Dolan, but they were able to get the ball in to Carson Huck. One dribble cross-court pass to Tavian Myers. It'll move out front. 3-point shot attempt off the mark. In fact, it didn't draw anything but air. Of course, he gets the air ball chant from the John Glenn student body.
Sure does. Probably not the shot they wanted, but he may knock that down because he had the green light to shoot it.
He shot it with confidence, just didn't get enough on it. Steele Bates with the ball out on top to C.J. Dolan, back down in the corner to Steele Bates. Little motion offense run here by John Glenn. Cooper Briggs with the ball out on top, hand off to Nikolazakis. Hand off to C.J. Dolan, a little out of control. Shot was kind of swatted away. Long shot taken there by, that's number 13, Cole McGill, no good. Long outlet pass to Braden Davis, and he has an easy uncontested layup, which cuts the Morgan lead to 9-8 with 3:55 to go here in the first quarter. Luke Coleman with the dribble to beat the pressure out on top. Tavian Myers with the ball, knocked away from behind. That time it was Will Nikolazakis with the flip. He is being replaced now by Andrew Glob.
Yeah, that's the one thing about the Muskies, Plaz. They're really deep. That's one thing I think we'll see tonight is John Glenn has the ability to play more players than Morgan probably does in a game like this.
It looks like Morgan only goes about 1 or 2 deep. So, yeah, that could be a difference later here in the game. Myers with the ball out on top. Dribble drive inside. Nice dish off to, actually that was Huck with the dish to Tavian Myers. And his 2 has the lead now at Morgan 11-8 over the Little Muskies. C.J. Dolan out on top. Oh, he's tied up there. Nice defensive play by Luke Coleman, the 6'4 senior. Possession error will favor the Little Muskies here, and C.J. Dolan will take the ball out of bounds under their own basket. Again, 3:18 to go here in the first quarter. An early 11-8 Morgan Raider lead. And bound to Bates. Back in the corner to C.J. Dolan out on top. That's C.J. Dolan back with it. Glob now has it at the top of the key. Little handoff dribble to Steele Bates. And another turnover there by John Glenn. Errant pass made, but good hustle that time by Glob. And Davis comes up with it down inside. I tell you what, strong play inside that time by the junior. And he has 6 in a game. And the John Glenn deficit is just now at 1. Running one-hander that time by Luke Coleman off the rim. Rebound by Steele Bates. And they will call that foul on number 22. That's Briley Shannon, his first, team first. In fact, that's the first foul we've had this game. I tell you, it's up and down the court.
It sure is. John Glenn with 4 turnovers thus far compared to Morgan's 2, but there's a lot of action and, you know, not very many threes, actually. A lot of penetration into the rim and having success.
So C.J. Dolan walks the ball in the front court, hand off the glove in the corner. That's number 3. That's Cole Robinson. Battle for the rebound down inside. Tavian Myers comes away with it for Morgan. Outlet to Carson Huck. Back over on the left wing, that's Tavian Myers, guarded by Cooper Briggs. Kind of off-balance shot, not a real good shot taken that time by Myers. Battle down inside for the rebound. That's Braden Davis on the floor. Cole Robinson comes up with it for the Little Muskies. Outlet to Cooper Briggs. C.J. Dolan dribble penetration. Cooper Briggs lines up for a 3 from the right wing off the mark. Pressure in the backcourt knocked away by John Glenn. It'll be possession Morgan. Again, we're at 1:49 to go here in the first quarter. It's an early Raider 11-10 lead over the Little Muskies of John Glenn.
And one of the reasons that Morgan's been able to hang in is that John Glenn's 0 for 4 behind the three-point line.
And they've had some open looks. Pretty competitive game here so far. Both teams getting up and down the court, playing hard. That's Luke Coleman with the ball. He and Carson Huck in the backcourt. Steal that time by Steele Bates. Steal by Steele Bates. And he converts it into a 2-point bucket, his first basket of the night. Good pressure again in the backcourt. This time the Raiders are able to beat it. That's Jude Garber with the ball out on top. Carson Huck over to Tavian Myers on the left wing, and he makes an errant pass up and over the head of number 10, Jude Garber. So possession back to the Little Muskies. 1:20 to go in the first quarter, and the Little Muskies with their first lead here at 12-11. Bates brings the ball in the front court. Now they run a little weave out on top. Nicholas Zakas with it. Takes it down inside, kicks it out to Cooper Briggs. Wide open 3. And that time he drilled it from the left corner. And with that, Coach Joe Marsenko of Morgan has seen enough, so he calls a timeout. So with that, we're going to send it back to the station, and we'll be back for the remainder of the first quarter action here in just a minute.
I went to My Computer Career because I needed job security.
Because I wanted a career in cybersecurity.
I went to My Computer Career because IT jobs are everywhere.
My old job was going nowhere.
I went because I didn't want college loans for the rest of my life.
Because I wanted a career for the rest of my life.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Classes available online or in person. Financial aid available for qualified students, including the GI Bill. 529 college savings plans accepted.
Not available in Washington State.
This holiday season, visit Boot Barn for top quality gifts that pay tribute to the lasting heritage of the West. From handcrafted cowboy boots and American-made felt hats to leather jackets, our in-store experts will help guide you as you shop, assisting with boot fitting and providing complimentary hat shaping. This holiday, share a piece of the American spirit. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
Again, back here at the fish tank, we're inside of a minute left here in the first quarter. The Little Muskies lead the Raiders 15-11. Again, pressure in the backcourt results. Oh, and almost a turnover. Morgan was able to receive it. Boy, I tell you, nice pass down inside and converted there by Jude Garber. So the lead cut 15-13, 36 seconds to go. Boy, drive along the baseline that time by Cole Robinson. One of those borderline calls, didn't know it was going to be a charge or a block, but they called the block against number 10. That's Jude Garber, his first, team second. In fact, at the pace they're playing, Richard, I'm really surprised. That's only 2 fouls that's been called this whole game so far.
Yeah, and that's one of those that could win either way. That was just a bang-bang call that ended up being a block.
Dolan inbounds the ball to Briggs. Steele Bates out on top. C.J. Dolan with a long three. Nothing but net for the junior. That increases the John Glenn lead to 18-13 with 17 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Pressure in the backcourt. Morgan was able to handle it. That's Luke Coleman with the off-balance shot. No good. Rebounded by Dolan. 5 seconds to go. He brings it in the front court. Throws up a long three. Comes up short. And that's the end of the first quarter. With that, the Little Muskies of John Glenn are leading the Raiders of Morgan at the end of the first quarter, 18-13. Again, we'll send it back to the station and be back for second quarter action here from the Fish Tank.
Today is the day you make changes, the day you have looked forward to, the day you take a step to see the you before addiction. And it all starts right here at the Residence, an in-bed facility that designs your recovery to your needs, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm Crystal Reynolds for Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. Our approach is personal, and it is as individual as your needs. We are here for you. Call 855-692-7247.
Doan Ford is proud to introduce the ultimate adventure companion, the Bronco 4-door advanced 4x4 Badlands. With a powerful 2.3-liter EcoBoost engine and 7-speed manual transmission, conquer any terrain with confidence. Featuring a soft-top 4-inch lift and massive 35-inch tires. Adventure knows no bounds. Stay connected and in control with an 8-inch digital screen while enjoying added convenience with power-heated mirrors and auto high-beam headlamps. Plus equipped with a Smitty-built winch. Be prepared for any challenge. Don't miss out on this incredible deal. DoanFord.com.
Back here with second quarter action from the Fish Tank. Checking back in for Morgan at the break there was Gavin Shriver, a 6'1 guard, a junior. Action back, John Glenn with the basketball in the front court. That's Cooper Briggs with the wide open three, and he hits another one. Back-to-back threes for the junior. And John Glenn's lead is increased to 21-13 early here in the fourth, and a careless turnover that time by Carson Huck. Just didn't take care of the basketball.
No, and you really have to, because John Glenn forces so much action. They force turnovers. You certainly can't self-inflict that turnover like happened right there to Morgan.
Exactly. Also back in the lineup for the Little Muskies is 24, Braden Davis, who had 6 points in the first quarter. That's Steele Bates with the long three. Again, nothing but net. This could be trouble for the Raiders because the Little Muskies are starting to heat it up from the perimeter.
And they score so quickly.
That's Luke Coleman with the basketball being defended there by C.J. Dolan. Cross-court pass to Shriver. Almost a steal there by Briggs, but recovered by Tavian Myers. Shot taken in the corner, no good by Gavin Shriver. Rebound finally come up by Cooper Briggs of the Little Muskies. Bates brings the ball in the front court for John Glenn. Cooper Briggs is feeling it. Heat check. This came up a little bit short. I think his dad taught him that. What do you think,
I think
Richard?
so.
Yeah.
Never a shot you don't like.
That's
right.
Okay. Good strong move down inside that time by Briley Shannon, but it comes up just short. Rebound to Cooper Briggs. Front court, that's C.J. Dolan with the basketball working against number 4, Clayton Blackburn. Cross-court pass to Andrew Glob. Little Muskies will set up shop. Steele Bates with the ball out on top, kind of regroups. Calls out a play. Nice pass. That goes back to Bates in the left corner, and again, he knocks another one down. They are on fire. And what was a 15-13 lead has ballooned to 27-13 with 5:50 to go here in the second quarter. Another turnover in the backcourt by the Raiders. C.J. Dolan with the steal and the basket, and he's fouled on the shot by Tavian Myers. Basket counts for the 6-foot junior. Nice strong move inside there by C.J. And that's Myers' first foul and Morgan's first team foul here in the second quarter.
Yeah, when John Glenn gets it going and with their pressure, they can score so quickly, and that's what we're seeing here. And Morgan's just going to have to chip away at it and get good shots and try to just decrease the lead.
They're having some difficulty handling that pressure from John Glenn, and that's not good. C.J. Dolan up and good on the free throw. That gives him 10 so far here this evening. He's the leading scorer at this point for John Glenn. We've got some more substitutions. Jordan Harlow and number 10, Jude Garber, check back in for Morgan. Cole Robinson back in for the Little Muskies along with Hayden Genser. Steal by Bates. He's up and good. He picked the pocket of a Morgan Raider out on top. The lead now 32-13, John Glenn. Aaron pass down inside. The loose ball is come up with by Noah Deaver. Shot taken on the right wing by Bates. Bounces around, no good. Rebound to Clayton Blackburn of the Raiders in the backcourt. Number 10, Jude Garber slows things down for Morgan. Into the front court. Kick to the right wing to Jordan Harlow. Shot up inside, no good. Rebound taken there by, I didn't catch a number. Noah Deaver with the ball out on top now for John Glenn. Like you said, Richard, they've played about 9 kids so far in this game. That keeps them fresh, and they can play then at the pace that they want to play at.
Yeah, they're so deep, they can just keep running people at you.
And there's Steele Bates with another 3 from the left wing, goes down. Bates now with 10 points also. He and C.J. Dolan both double digits. Steal in the backcourt by Bates, but he throws it back to Morgan. 24, that's Luke Coleman bringing the ball in the front court. There's just constant pressure on the basketball by the Little Muskies.
And that's the thing, Laz. Not only do they take it from you, but they disrupt your offensive movement just by how aggressive they are defensively. They take you out of your offense.
Yeah, Morgan not able really to do anything. They handled it pretty well early on, but man, I tell you, all momentum has swung in the favor of the Little Muskies. So here with 4:11 to go in the second quarter, the Little Muskie lead is 35-13. That's Carson Huck. He'll inbound the ball for Morgan underneath their own basket. Davian Myers now with the ball out on top, being guarded out there by Cole Robinson. Nice drive in it from the corner. That's number 10. That's Jude Garber, no good. Fight for the rebound inside. Braden Davis comes up with it for John Glenn. And he's fouled down there, I believe. That's number 10, Jude Garber, with his second personal foul, second team foul for Morgan here in the second quarter. C.J. Dolan inbounds it to Bates. Morgan playing man-to-man. Bates with the penetration. Knocked away inside that time by number 22. That's Briley Shannon. So the Little Muskies will retain possession of the basketball under their own basket. Again, 3:42 to go in the second quarter. And John Glenn leading Morgan 35-13. Cooper Briggs back into the lineup, replacing Noah Deaver for John Glenn. Dolan inbounds the ball to Bates. Back to C.J. Dolan for a deep 3 from the left corner. Increases the lead to 38-13. It's raining threes here at the Fish Tank. Steal by Bates out on top. Nice outlet pass. That goes to number 3, Cole Robinson. He lays it up in for John Glenn. Quick outlet pass by Morgan. Throws it downfield. Knocked away by Cooper Briggs, and another turnover for Morgan in the front court. Bates bringing the ball into the front court for John Glenn. He gets it across to Cooper Briggs, down to C.J. Dolan in the left corner. His 3 comes up short. Nice rebound inside by Briggs. Unable to get the ball to go on the rebound, though. Bates maintains possession out on top. That goes back to Robinson. His running one-hander goes down for the 6'2" senior wingman. Still full court pressure that time by nice steal out on top by C.J. Dolan. Pass to Bates inside, and that's another easy two for John Glenn. Another deflection out on top by Bates. I tell you, Morgan just cannot handle this pressure from John Glenn.
No, they cannot.
Diagonal pass cross court by Cooper Briggs. That goes to Dolan. And a nice, he throws it up, unable to get it, but boy, nice follow up that time by the junior, Braden Davis. Another steal in the backcourt by C.J. Dolan. Outlet to Bates. His three, in and out, no good. Rebound that time by Cole McGill. His long pass off mark. Steal made by Robinson. His three's no good. I don't know how you're getting all these shots down because they're coming quicker than I can say.
Well, shots and turnovers. I know Morgan's has 12 turnovers this quarter, second quarter.
And that tells you all you need to know about this basketball game. Again, we're at 1:36 to go here in the second quarter. John Glenn leading Morgan 46-13. Carson Huck tries to set the offense up. The ball batted away that time by Robinson. Huck gets it back, though. Throws cross court to Gavin Shriver. And he knocks down a three from the quarter. That's the first time that the Raiders have scored in quite some time.
They did not score in the second quarter till just now.
Nice pass inside to Davis from Bates. Pretty assist from Steele Bates out on top. Carson Huck cross court to Myers, having trouble again. They're all over him. Bates with a nice move down inside, turnaround layup. It's good for Bates. He now has 17 in this basketball game. Inbound pass, Myers brings it into the front court for Morgan. He takes a long three. Maybe not a great shot, but he wanted to get it off before they turned the ball over again, I think.
Yes, no doubt.
So John Glenn, they have the ball with 21 seconds to go. See if they hold it here for a last second shot. Shot taken by Dolan, 12 seconds to go. Rebound to Myers. Myers into the front court. Throws up a three from the right wing, off the mark. Rebound by Bates. He throws up one. I wouldn't have been surprised if that went in. Oh, rebound by Cooper Briggs right at the buzzer, no good. So, man, talk about some action.
Sure has been. Unbelievable. Morgan scores 2 points there in the second quarter to go with the 13 turnovers, and that explains the deficit we have here at halftime.
So here at the half from the fish tank, your homestanding John Glenn Little Muskies, who came in here with a record of 4-1, lead the Morgan Raiders 50-16. We'll send it back to the station, and we will be back shortly for second half action.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Hoops. Now here's your host, Eric Reeser.
A little over a month ago, the Ohio State women's basketball team added a pair of former Ohio State players to Kevin McGuff's coaching staff. Katie Smith, their newest assistant coach, and J.C. Sheldon, the Buckeyes' newest director of player development. Both ladies boast incredible collegiate and professional resumes, as well as tremendous success as Ohio high school basketball players. Katie Smith was an All-American at Logan High School and the National Player of the Year her senior season of 1992 when she led the Lady Chieftains to the state championship game. Smith played at Ohio State from 1992 until 1996, then spent time playing professionally until 2014 when she joined the WNBA's New York Liberty as an assistant coach. College athletics has become increasingly professional in recent years, and Katie will join me next to talk about adapting to such incredible change. This is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Hoops.
Ohio has over 920,000 diabetics. If you are a diabetic, take a step in the right direction by having your feet checked routinely by a podiatric physician, the most qualified doctors to care for your feet. Adding a podiatrist to your healthcare team can help you better manage the effects of diabetes on your feet. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
In Ohio, public education matters. And every day, Ohio's public school educators use their united voice to advocate for the supports and resources our public schools need so every child thrives. No exceptions. I'm Ohio Education Association President Scott Demaro, and on behalf of our 120,000 members, OEA is proud to sponsor tonight's game. Because great public schools are a winning playbook for Ohio, and Ohio is stronger when we stand together to cheer for our students' success.
This is ONN.
I'm Eric Reeser. Basketball legend Katie Smith is my guest. She's in her first season as an assistant coach on the Ohio State women's basketball team. The Buckeyes began the season on November 5th. This season, the Big Ten Conference has 18 teams, and college athletics has never been more professionalized. I asked Katie if she's had time since being hired in early November to take in the true coast-to-coast nature that is the Big Ten Conference.
It is different. It's just, again, everything evolves. I think that's the one thing I think athletics has kind of taught me and my career in sport is being adaptable and just kind of going with it. It's never going to stay the same. You know, your roster changes every year. People get hurt. Coaches leave. As an athlete, there's a lot of turnover in all areas when you're playing and as a coach. And I think that's the one thing that bodes well for me throughout life and now is it doesn't look the same. It's not going to look the same as you go. And it's really just kind of taking it where it's at. But it is wild, but I'm pumped. Because obviously USC and UCLA, Oregon are phenomenal programs, especially women's basketball programs. And to have that type of competition for us and to go against that is, I think, an athlete's dream. So really pumped to have them in that competition.
Yeah, Katie, you picked a heck of a time to get back into college athletics. With name, image, and likeness, the transfer portal, you got, $100 million television deals. Just have you been able to take any time to, and I'm sure you have meetings, with compliance and everything that goes into all of that, but just what's that transition been like from the program to what college athletics is now is very professionalized?
It's honestly an easy transition. The biggest thing is just kind of understanding how this thing works or who handles what. So it's just asking a lot of questions, when things come up. It's just learning and knowing, and also there's also things that are changing every day here. You know what I mean? This is not things are going to change next year and then after that. So the one thing about pro sports is just a little bit better, the CBA, the organizations, there's some rules and regulations behind everything. Transparency, free agency, salary cap, what people are getting paid. Here it's moving that way. It's just not there yet. So it's kind of, I guess it's a little bit like what I came from without some of the, direction and knowledge. But honestly, it's kind of fun to learn. I love learning. I love trying to figure this thing out and just figuring out where we can, where I personally can be helpful and what the, our program needs. I want Central Ohio and I want Ohio in general. We have a great women's basketball history, and I just want it to be, I want to blow it up. I want them to understand how great these ladies are, how talented they are, what great people they are. So I'm just, really want to push those stories and make sure that, investing in women is the right thing to do, but it's also it's a profitable thing to do. And it's all of those things combined, just as I said, to make an impact for everyone, but also women and girls throughout Ohio.
My thanks to Katie Smith and to the Ohio State Athletic Department for the time. I'm Eric Reeser, and this has been the Ohio Education Association tonight in High School Hoops.
From the Ohio News Network, this is...
I went to my computer career because I needed job security.
Because I wanted a career in cybersecurity.
I went to my computer career because IT jobs are everywhere.
My old job was going nowhere.
I went because I didn't want college loans for the rest of my life.
Because I wanted a career for the rest of my life.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Classes available online or in person. Financial aid available for qualified students, including the GI Bill. 529 college savings plans accepted.
Not available in Washington State.
This holiday season, visit Boot Barn for top quality gifts that pay tribute to the lasting heritage of the West. From handcrafted cowboy boots and American-made felt hats to leather jackets, our in-store experts will help guide you as you shop, assisting with boot fitting and providing complimentary hat shaping. This holiday, share a piece of the American spirit. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
I was sitting in my car, and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood, and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Back here at the Fish Tank on the campus of John Glenn High School, where in tonight's boys high school basketball game, your homestanding Little Muskies lead the visiting Morgan Raiders 50-16. While I've got a minute here too, I'd like to thank our technician tonight, Dalton Gambita, who's doing an awesome job keeping us going, because my good pal here, Dr. Hall, he and I are both color guys. Neither one of us are really play-by-play guys, so we're going to get through this. We're going to try to provide you the best action we can. And also our cameraman tonight, Mike Mitchell. These guys do a great job, and again, thanks to them. Just real quickly here, first half, some scoring totals for the Morgan Raiders. They were led in the first half by Cole McGill, a 6'4" junior with 5. Gavin Shriver hit one bucket in the corner for 3. Tavian Myers, the 6'4" senior, with 2. And Carson Huck, the 6-foot sophomore, had 2 in the first half. I said balanced scoring really, though, for John Glenn. They had a lot of guys contribute in the first half. They were led by Steele Bates, who came into the game averaging just a little less than 19. Well, Richard, for the first half, he almost has his average because he had 17 first half points. Following close behind was junior C.J. Dolan with 13. Braden Davis, the hustling junior inside, who gets all loose balls. If anything's open or rolling around, that young man's going to get it. He had 10 points. And the Cooper Briggs with back-to-back threes had 6 in the first half for John Glenn. So well-balanced scoring, and you know, the stat that says it all is John Glenn outscored Morgan 35-3 in the second quarter.
Yeah, it sure did. And you know, Morgan also had 17 turnovers in the second quarter, and that tells the story. John Glenn in the second quarter was 14 of 20, but 9 for 9 around the basket, and 5 for 11 from three-point line second quarter. You know, for the half, though, they're 22 of 34, nearly 65%. They're leading the rebound barely, 14-9. John Glenn's ahead on rebounds.
So with that, we're ready to start second half action. Inbound pass comes to C.J. Dolan. He brings the ball into the front court there on the left wing. He hands off to Bates, a little dribble penetration, nice pass inside to Davis. He kicks it out to Cooper Briggs out on top. They're going to reset the offense. No hurry. Oh, probably should have bounced past that. That was Nicholas Zakas with the penetration. Tried to get it down inside to C.J. Dolan, but the ball off his hands. So a turnover for the Little Muskies here to start the second half. Briley Shannon in the front court for Morgan. Kicks the ball out on top to Carson Huck. He's being guarded out on top by Nicholas Zakas. Over to Tavian Myers on the right wing. Myers now with the ball on the left wing, dribble penetration. Oh, nice move to the basket and finish that time by the senior, Tavian Myers. He now has 4. The John Glenn lead cut. Oh, nice pass inside by C.J. Dolan to Braden Davis. Davis for another 2. He now has 12, and the lead goes back up to 52-18, John Glenn. Morgan handles the pressure in the backcourt. That's Luke Coleman. Dribble penetration to the hole. Bucket no good, but rebounded on the backside by Briley Shannon. His shot no good, but he was fouled. That time the foul goes against Cooper Briggs. His first, team first here in the third quarter, and that'll send number 22, Briley Shannon, to the line for 2. First shot up and off the back iron, no good. The 6-foot senior, Shannon's second shot, nothing but net. First point of the night for Shannon. The lead now 52-15 for the Little Muskies. Dolan brings the ball in the front court, kicked out of bounds that time by Gavin Shriver, who gets a start here in the second half for the Little Morgan. Bates with the ball in the front court, down to Cooper Briggs in the corner. He's double teamed. Nice kick outside to Bates. Little half hook, and he has 2 more. 19 now, so just a little over his average for Bates. Again, pressure in the backcourt this time. Nice job by Morgan handling the pressure. Huck to Myers. Myers being double teamed out on top. Cross-court pass over to Huck. Dribble penetration. Nice pass inside. Pass goes to Briley Shannon. He lays it up and in. Good. That's probably the best I've seen Morgan handle that pressure all night long.
Yeah, they did a great job right there and got a layup, got a great shot.
Cooper Briggs, a long 3 off the right wing, no good, but the basket and rebound from C.J. Dolan. Dolan now with 15. Again, pressure in the backcourt by the Little Muskies. Huck with the ball, goes cross-court to Myers. Slows things down. He's being defended out on top by Davis. Dribble penetration, no good. Rebound to Bates. Outlet pass to C.J. Dolan. He corrals it in the right corner to Davis. Cross court. Oh, bad pass. Intercepted there by Myers. Turnover to front court for John Glenn. Again, Morgan with the ball in the front court. Pass goes to Gavin Shriver on the left wing. Being hounded out on top by Dolan. Pass to Luke Coleman. Good dribble penetration, and the left-hand hander has it up off the glass for 2. Long 3 by Nikolazakis, no good. Rebounded by Briggs. Back to Nikolazakis. Dribble penetration out to C.J. Dolan. Briggs has it. Nice pass inside. Oh, it's intercepted in there by Luke Coleman. 2 quick turnovers here in the third quarter by John Glenn. Well, we had another one of those dribble penetrations, Richard. There looked like it was a call could have gone either way, but they're going to call the block.
And I'll tell you, Morgan's been a lot more effective this third quarter. 3 for 5 to start the quarter, and John Glenn is 3 for 4, but has 3 turnovers.
And that all started for Morgan because they've been able, for some reason, to handle the pressure. Now, I don't know that John Glenn's coming out and attacking him as much as what they did in the first half, but they've done a much better job here early in the third quarter taking care of the ball.
They sure have.
Huck with the ball out on top, gives it to Myers. He's got the ball at the top of the key. Being guarded out there by Dolan. Screen set for him there by Briley Shannon. Oh, it's taken away from behind. That time that was Andrew Glob with it. Outlet pass to Cole Robinson. He lays it up and in for 2 more for John Glenn. That's the sophomore. Huck with the ball in the front court for Morgan. Pass made down inside. That's Briley Shannon. Shot up, no good. Oh, not good hustle rebound that time by Luke Coleman. Throwing out to Myers. His 3-point off the mark, no good. Hustle unable to save it out there on the right wing, so the ball and possession will go back to John Glenn. And we, Richard, right now, with a 35-point deficit, have a running clock. And it's been a long time since I've seen one of those.
Yeah, it sure has, and I'll tell you, when that happens, the game goes really quickly if Morgan can't get this thing back to a little bit under 30 to get that clock stopped.
And you were telling me what's it take for the running clock to go back to a normal clock?
Well, I believe you have to get under 30. It starts at 35, and then when you get to 30, under 30, then the clock will stop again.
Nice cross-court pass. That goes to Cole Robinson from the left corner. His shot short, no good. Rebound by Robinson. No, he brings it back up. Another shot, no good. Rebound inside by Luke Coleman of Morgan. Kicks the ball out to Jude Garber. Cross-court pass to Luke Coleman. Back to Huck. Sets the offense up, dribble penetration towards the left corner. He's hounded down there by Glob. Left-hand dribble penetration by Luke Coleman. His left-handed shot off the rim, no good. Battle for the board inside. And they're going to call number 13. That's Ben Stram, I think, for the foul against John Glenn. So we've got Lucas Blair checking in, along with Noah Deaver. Blair with his first action here tonight. He's a 6'6" senior post inside. That's number 4, Clayton Blackburn, with the ball out on top for Morgan. Good dribble penetration along the front baseline by Jude Garber. No good. Fought 4 inside. The ball's knocked out of bounds by Briley Shan. Quarter at Maysville. The Coshocton Redskins lead the Panthers of Maysville 21-14. Morgan with the ball in the backcourt, down to 14 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Cross-court pass that's knocked out of bounds by Bates. And this ball's going to, or the clock's probably going to run out before they're going to be able to get the ball in bounds. So quickly, we are at the end of the third quarter here from the Fish Tank in New Concord, with the homestanding Little Muskies leading the Morgan Raiders 58-23. Again, we will send it back to the station, pay some bills, and we will be back shortly with fourth quarter action.
Looking for reliable insurance that fits your life? Look no further than Allen Hunter State Farm in Cambridge, Ohio. From auto to home to life insurance, we offer a range of options tailored to your needs. With our friendly, knowledgeable team, you'll get the protection and peace of mind you deserve. We're dedicated to being there for you, just like a good neighbor should. Call Allen Hunter State Farm today and discover how we can help you safeguard your future. Call 740-439-5385. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Today is the day you make changes, the day you have looked forward to, the day you take a step to see the you before addiction. And it all starts right here at the Residence, an in-bed facility that designs your recovery to your needs, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm Crystal Reynolds for Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. Our approach is personal, and it is as individual as your needs. We are here for you. Call 855-692-7247.
Back here at John Glenn High School again, fourth quarter action. This is Mike Plaziak along with my color man tonight, Dr. Richard Hall. And we have just started fourth quarter action. It opens with another steal by John Glenn, by Andrew Glob. He takes it full length of the court, lays it in for 2. Lead now for John Glenn 60-23. Again, we have a running clock with the deficit of 35 or more. Out on top, that's number 4 for Morgan. That was Clayton Blackburn, a 5'8" junior. Double teamed out on top by John Glenn. He throws the ball away, so another turnover for Morgan.
Yeah, the pressure from John Glenn is just too much for Morgan. They had 17 there at the first half. They've got 20 now. They had 1 in the third quarter and 2 so far in the fourth. So 20 turnover night's not going to help you against a quality team like John Glenn.
Nice hit pass inside, and that's a little running one-hander by Ben Strom, the 5'11" junior. He has his first 2 points of the game. The lead balloons to 62-23 in favor of the Little Muskies. Some people may wonder why John Glenn maintains that pressure, but that's the way they play. And they've got 5 kids on the floor that are they've just really checked into the game. And if you're going to learn to play that style, you've got to do it. So
yeah, I think you control the personnel on the floor, but you can't change your style of play regardless of the score, because you're trying to teach your team to play that way. And these kids are getting great experience by being able to play in a game like this.
Exactly. Well said. Pass inside. That's Jude Garber. Turnaround jumper blocked that time by Lucas Blair. Outlet to Ben Strom. He's got the ball in the front court. That's number 12. Oakley Zemensky with the shot from the left wing, no good. Rebound inside by Hayden Genser. He has his first 2 of the night. Little Muskie lead now at 64-23. A lot of the guys I see right now, Richard, look like played in a JV game earlier tonight. And again, that game was won by John Glenn, 55-16. Boy, nice dribble penetration drive that time by Carson Huck, and he gets the basket to go. So Huck now 4 on the night for the Raiders. 23, that's Noah Deaver, the 5'11" senior guard with the ball in the front court. Gives it off to Zemensky. Pass inside. No, it actually intercepted there by Jude Garber. He gives it off to Huck. Penetration again, and he has back-to-back deuces.
Yeah, give Morgan credit, Plaz. They're still playing hard.
They still are.
They're just outmanned.
And Huck's just a 6-foot sophomore, so. Rivers parted wide open that time for Noah Deaver, unable to get the shot to go. Blair, the 6'6" senior with the ball out on top, looked at it, passed it up, down inside. That's number 23, Noah Deaver couldn't get it to go. Huck with the rebound. Quickly gets the ball in the front court for Morgan. Double teamed, having a hard time finding somebody to get the ball to. He gets it off to Jude Garber, dribble penetration, and he has 2, which gives him 4 on the night. John Glenn now, a nice back cut, that time by Ben Strom. Good bounce pass from Noah Deaver. Good execution that time by John Glenn. And Coach Marcinko called a timeout. Basically, that wasn't a timeout for any kind of strategy. He just had some kids that he wanted to get into the game. And with the running clock right now, we're already halfway through the 4th quarter. Felt that was the only way he could get him in.
Yeah, if you don't call timeout, you don't get him in a game like this. And just trying to get some experience for him.
And that's smart. The only way you get better, you've got to play. That's Myers with the running one-hander. Nice shot there from the 6'4" senior. 6 on the night for Tavian. The lead now at 66-31. We have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. It's Ben Strom with the ball. Shot taken in left wing. And it doesn't matter who takes it in. That's Hayden Genser with a nice, well, they just gave him a deuce, I think, from almost, must have his foot on the line. Ball knocked away inside, scramble for it. They're going to call a jump ball possession, I believe, to the Little Muskies.
You know, if you're Morgan, Plaz, you're just going to write this off and look at what you can work on to get better. You can't really get too caught up in the score here. This game's obviously over from a win-loss standpoint, but now you just work to get better.
Right, exactly. And they've had a good week to this point. I mean, they're coming off 2 good wins. A win against Philo, and then a good win the other night at Fort Fry.
Yeah, so, you know, that may have played into it a little bit, but John Glenn's just a superior team and playing very, very well.
I was impressed with the Little Muskies tonight. Turnaround jump shot that time by Blair, no good off the rim. Rebounded by Clayton Eckert for the Raiders. Myers now with the ball in the backcourt for Morgan. He takes it to hole, fadeaway jumper off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Blair. For the Little Muskies, he kicks it out to Strom, who brings it in the front court for John Glenn. Running one-hander, knocked away that time by Coleman for Morgan, who will bring the ball into the front court, being defended out there by Noah Deaver. His pass inside to Leighton Coleman. Shot off the front rim, no good. Down to 1 minute, 23 seconds to go here in the game. That's Noah Deaver with the ball out on the left wing, being very patient. Gets the ball across court to Hayden Genser. Back to Deaver. Little Muskies being patient, just satisfied just to pass the ball back and forth out on top. Again, we have a running clock. We're down inside 1 minute to go here from the fish tank. Boy, that's another long three by Hayden Genser. Back-to-back threes by the 6'3" junior wingman. Left-handed shot taken there by Coleman. Off the mark, no good. Battle for the rebound inside. Genser has it. And he's tied up inside. That time, I believe it's by Coleman. The clock continues to run. This time, possession arrow favors the Raiders. Quick inbounds pass to number 21. That's Leighton Coleman. Shot off the mark, no good. The Little Muskies with the rebound, and they're going to stand and hold it. Foul out on top, but it doesn't matter. So the clock expires here from the fish tank. Your final score from John Glenn here this evening, the Little Muskies 72, the Morgan Raiders 31. We'll send it back to the station, pay a couple bills, and we'll be back shortly with final statistics.
Introducing the 2021 Ford F-150 Super Cab XL 4x4, now available at Doane Ford. With very low miles, this truck is ready to tackle any job with its 2.7-liter V6 EcoBoost engine and tow technology package. Enjoy a stylish look with the chrome appearance package and stay safe on the road with Ford Copilot 360 2.0 and auto high beam headlamps. Price to sell, it's an unbeatable deal. Don't miss out. Call Doane Ford 740-782-1965 or visit DoaneFord.com today.
At People's Bank, we're more than just a bank. As a community bank, we are committed to where we work and live, giving back to the organizations you care about through sponsorships, donations, and volunteer hours. When you bank with People's, you're not just a client. You're part of a community of neighbors helping neighbors. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC. Visit us at pebo.com.
Stoney's RV Center is the place that makes buying a new RV easy. Ask about their on-site financing with very affordable payments, and they make on-site camper service calls to the area campgrounds. Stoney's RV also carries cargo trailers, car haulers, horse and stock trailers, and open utility trailers. They install hitch systems and fill propane tanks too. Stoney's RV Center, the place that takes camping to the next level, and a proud sponsor of our area high school sports teams.
Looking for trusted dental care for the whole family? Dr. Darcy Wakefield and the team at Wakefield Dental have you covered. From pediatric to general and orthodontic care, they offer a full range of services. At Wakefield Dental, they focus on individualized treatment plans that not only create beautiful smiles, but build lasting confidence. Schedule your consultation today. Call 740-435-3100 or go to drwakefieldDDS.com.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
Back here at the fish tank on the campus of John Glenn High School, one last time where we witnessed tonight a win for the host Little Muskies. Final score 72-31. And I've got to apologize if I was hard to follow tonight. I'm not used to doing this play-by-play thing, so hopefully you had a little idea of what we were trying to get across to you tonight. But let me give it to my partner tonight, Dr. Richard Hall, and he has some final statistics for it here.
No, I think you did. I think you did great. The nature of the game made it very difficult to call. It was so fast-paced. But I'll tell you, John Glenn just really played pretty well, even statistically, but watching them, how much havoc they caused. And we kind of suspected that coming in with the way they've been playing in their approach. I say one thing about Eric Scheck's squad is that they are consistent with how they play. They have a way they're going to play, and they play that way regardless of who the opponent is, and that's a sign of a good program. But statistically speaking tonight, John Glenn from the floor, 33 of 53, 9 turnovers for the game. And when you play as fast as they do, they took pretty good care of the basketball as compared to Morgan with 23 turnovers, 14 of 37 from the floor. John Glenn did win the battle of the boards. There weren't that many to get, believe it or not, a 22-16 advantage for the Little Muskies, but just outmanned. And, you know, we talked coming in with a first-year head coach, working on some things with culture, working on trying to establish themselves as a program. And you can tell that, you know, it's going to take a while. Once they develop that commitment to how they're going to play, and then be patient. But I can tell you there were signs at times in spurts where Morgan really did a good job with John Glenn's pressure. They just couldn't sustain it.
And Richard, I think we talked, the difference to me was, without a doubt, the second quarter. I mean, you're looking at a 15-13 John Glenn lead after one quarter. Very, very competitive first quarter. And then the Little Muskies outscored the Raiders 35-3 in the second quarter.
That's the ball game.
That was it. That was it, unfortunately, for the Raiders. But, yeah, they've got some things to build on. A nice win here for the Little Muskies. Both teams will be in action again. The Little Muskies will be here against the Cambridge Bobcats Saturday, December the 28th, so they have a little bit of time to enjoy the holidays, where the Raiders have to get right back at it tomorrow. No rest for the wicked. They play Waterford at the Warren Holiday Tournament.
Boy, that's a tough schedule, 4 games in a week, you know.
4 games in a week, and they don't go very deep on
No,
the bench.
no, they don't. I think they played maybe 7 guys tonight when it mattered. And, you know, where John Glenn can run in 8, 9 guys consistently and not lose anything in terms of effort and just staying after you. But I'll tell you, that Cambridge-John Glenn game, you know, going into tonight, you know, Cambridge had one loss, an overtime loss at East Liverpool. And so on paper, you know, you don't know how that's going to play out, but on paper, that could be a pretty good game to go see as a fan.
I got a chance to see Cambridge play at Union Local a couple weeks ago, and that's Union Local's only loss so far. And I tell you, Cambridge came out and lit it up in the first quarter. So I would love to see that game, because you're looking at 2 teams playing identical styles with a lot of talent and some great shooters. So that could be very interesting here a week from Saturday. Again, that'll be here at John Glenn with the Bobcats of Cambridge coming to town. So last comments, Dr. Hall?
Happy holidays for one, I guess. But, you know, from a basketball perspective, you just, you know, when you're an automatic, and I've said this forever, but when you're an automatic qualifier for a tournament, and obviously you want to win and go into the tournament a long way away at this point, but you want to just keep building on the season and keep getting better. You don't have to play your best basketball now, but you need to play it at tournament time. So, you know, if you're John Glenn, you just want to stay healthy, keep doing what you're doing, keep getting some young kids experience, because if you have some success in the tournament, you're going to have somebody step forward that you didn't count on. It's going to help you win a game or 2. And if you're Morgan, same thing. You just keep working to get better. You try to learn from tonight. You know, if you're John Glenn, a lot of young kids got to play a lot tonight, which I think is a good thing. If you're Morgan, you got to play some kids tonight. You know, and I think Morgan's got to talk a lot about, yeah, we didn't play very well tonight. They're better than us, quite frankly, but that doesn't mean we can't put together a really good, successful season.
And when you play somebody that is better than you, you need to take that as a learning experience. Okay, if we want to be good, this is where we need to get to, and these are the things that we need to improve on. Again, Coach Marcinko, being his first year at Morgan, he needs to take some positives from this game. But, boy, you have no time to dwell on, because you got to turn right around and jump back in tomorrow. To me, I think that would be a winnable game for them tomorrow against Waterford down at Warren, and that would maybe kind of erase some of the taste that they would have in their mouth after the game here tonight. So again, a thanks again to my sidekick tonight, and it's the first time that I've really had the privilege of working with Dr. Hall, and I enjoyed it tremendously. And again, a thanks to our technician tonight, Dalton Gambita, our cameraman Mike Mitchell, and to you listeners out home. Hopefully you all have a very, very Merry Christmas.
Well, I appreciate it, Plaz. We go way back, and we haven't done this. We've done a lot of things together, a lot of competition, a lot of fun, but we haven't done this, and I appreciate you.
So again, one last time from New Concord, your final score: John Glenn 72, Morgan 31. Again, Merry Christmas to all out there.
You've been listening to high school basketball on WILE Byesville, Cambridge. High school basketball is a presentation of AVC Sports.